I am hopping on with a fun little tutorial on how to create these roses using the die that I hauled in my Temu influencer haul. So you can create these roses, which I think are so pretty and dimensional, from this die right here. So I'm going to leave the information in the description box below. I am part of the Temu influencer program, so this die was sent to me for free, and I am now going to show you how to use it. I will also leave information in the description box below in case you want to check out the coupon codes or become an influencer yourself. I'll put all the information there below, as well as the link to this die and the other items that I got in my previous Temu influencer haul. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, you need this die. So this die I picked up at Temu. It comes with 3 petals, 2 leaves, and then this is the center piece here that kind of goes on top in the very center of the flower. And this is the 3-dimensional part. Okay, so I'm going to be using this die, and then you need a piece of foam. So I'm using the scrap piece of just pink foam that I got from Hobby Lobby. Any kind of foam you have will work, but you are going to kind of put a lot of like indentations in it, so it's not going to be really useful after you get done using it for this. So just know you're going to throw it away after you're done, or keep it and use it for future flower making. And then you need one of these tools. I don't know what this is called. I have no idea. It's kind of like an embossing tool, but it has like a larger ball at the end. And then this one has kind of a smaller one. I'm going to be using the large one for this, but I do know you can find them on Temu, on Amazon, at craft stores. I got this one at a craft expo. I'll try to look on Temu, and if I can find the link, I'll put it in the description box below for you. And then I'm going to show you how to make them where they're plain like this. Can you see that? And then also with this snow. So I'm working on some winter projects still right now, so I decided to make some with the snow on them. So I'll show you how to do the snow if you're interested in that as well. And if you are going to do the snow, then I am using this glitter snow, Eileen's glitter snow. I got this, I think I just ordered online on Amazon. And then I'm also going to be using this glitter. This is just a super fine glitter. And this one I got at Walmart. But again, any fine glitter you have will work. Okay, so first things first. You need to cut out your flower in the color that you want. I highly recommend thin cardstock. So if you know how you have probably thin cardstock in your stash from years ago before they even had thick cardstock, and you're like, what do I do with this now? This is a great project for that. So the thinner the cardstock, the better. So try not to use anything that's like 110 pound or anything like that. That's going to be way too thick. So I just have this pink here. Probably, you know, just got it in a pack of multi-pack colors, and I've die cut all of the flower pieces out in this light pink color, and then I've die cut my leaves out in this green here. So I've got my pieces and they're ready to go. So what I want to do is I am going to take my flower pieces, I'm going to flip them upside down and put them on my foam, which I probably need a different colored foam. Hold on. Let me use white foam so that you can actually see what I'm doing here. Okay, so let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's good. All right, so you're just going to use the larger end of this tool, and you're going to push down on the petals in a circular motion. And the more you can push, the more indentation you can create, the better. But you don't want to push so hard that it rips the paper or tears it or anything like that. So you're just going to go in a circular motion, and this is going to kind of condition and bend the paper. And this is what's going to create your 3-dimensional petal. Okay. And remember, we're doing this on the back. So we're going to do it for each of the petals, just going in a circular motion and working our way around the whole flower piece. Okay. Once you get all 5 petals done, then you're going to flip it over to the front. Okay, and then you're going to take this again, and in the very center, you're going to do the same thing. And this is going to curl up the sides of your flower. Okay, and give you a very three-dimensional look. And then you're going to set this aside, and you're going to do the exact same thing with your other flower petals. Okay, I'm still using that large end, and I'm just kind of working my way around the flower in a circular motion to give it some dimension and really get that paper kind of curling on the sides. Okay. And then again, when I'm done, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing to the center. Okay. And then I'm going to do the very same thing to this piece. I'm going to flip it over and then do all three sides. Okay. Now that I have my petals finished, I'm going to set those aside, and I am going to grab this piece now. This is the three-dimensional flower piece that's going to go in the center, and you're basically going to hold this where it's face up, so the top, right, is facing you, and you're going to curl starting at this end and working your way all the way around to the center. And there's a couple different ways to do this. You can buy a paper curling tool. I do not have any of those in my stash, so I'm just going to use like the end of a pencil or a paintbrush. So I'm going to grab this little paintbrush here that I have, and I'm going to just curl the paper a little bit. I'm just trying to condition it so that it wants to curl up. So can you see that, how it's just kind of curling now? Okay. And then I'm going to start rolling the paper. So I'm just going to use my fingers, and I'm going to curl the paper on itself and kind of roll it in like this. Okay. And I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around. And it may fight you a little bit. The thicker the cardstock you have, the harder this is going to be. So that's why it's better to have the thinner stuff. It will just be manipulated a little easier, but you're just rolling it all the way until you get to the center. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and then you'll be really quick at it. Okay, now we come to the center here, and this part is going to go on the bottom of the flower, and this part is the side. So I'm just going to keep rolling until I get about here. Okay, and I've got this bottom piece left over, and I'm going to take my flower, and I'm actually just going to let go of it, and I'm going to let it sort of space itself out a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to just let it kind of loosen itself up. It's still going to hold its shape, but it's going to be a little bit looser than it was. And then I'm going to put glue down here on this bottom piece and right here. And I'm going to be using hot glue. You can use liquid glue, but you just have to hold it longer. I'm going to use hot glue so it will adhere very quickly. So I'm just putting some hot glue there. And then I'm going to wrap this around my flower. Just sort of pinch those sides up so that I have this little curled flower here, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to go back to my big flower pieces, and I'm going to put glue in the center. I'm going to start with the biggest one on the bottom, and I'm going to put a little piece of glue or a little dollop of glue in the center. And then I'm going to take my medium size, and I'm going to put it on top, and I'm trying to line it up so that the petals do not match up evenly. Okay. So that they are kind of off center from each other. Okay, and I got a glue string here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing again here in the center, and I'm going to put the smaller one here. Okay, and then I'm ready to add this little tiny rosette. I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom of it, and I'm going to put it right in the center of my flower. And just kind of tuck it in there wherever it fits best. Okay. So that looks pretty good so far, but what you can do to make it look even more realistic is kind of just take the petals and push them up towards the center of that flower, or that little rosette that's in the center. Just take each one and kind of push it up. And that's just going to make your flower look more realistic. Okay. And then there is the finished product. And it looks so cute and dimensional, like a real rose, very pretty. And then you can keep it like this, or you can add your leaves. So for the leaves, You can add them as is if you want them flat. If you want them to be kind of curled like the petals, then you would just do the same thing with those. Flip them on the back, take your little embossing tool and go in a circle. And it just kind of curls that leaf up, right, so that it's more cupped. I'm going to do it to this other little one as well. Okay, and then when it comes time to glue them, I'm actually just going to take the end that goes in the center of the flower and I'm going to push it down flat, just kind of bend it upwards so that I have a place to put the glue and it has a place to stick to the flower. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little glue there and stick it on the back of my flower. And this is the small one, so it's just going to barely poke out. And then the same thing here, I'm going to take the edge and just kind of bend it upward. And I'm going to put some glue there and then pick a spot for my petal or my leaf and stick it to the back of my flower. And that's what it looks like. So really pretty. I love this die. It is so stinking cute and makes the most pretty flowers. And really, once you do a few, you get really quick at it and you can make them very quickly. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the snow. If you want to add snow to your flowers, this is how you can do it. So I like to use a coffee filter to catch the glitter in because that way I don't make a huge mess in my workspace. So you just grab one coffee filter. Okay, and then we're going to add the snow. So again, I'm using this Eileen's Glitter Snow. And you can use a dry paintbrush or a little skewer stick. I'm using a skewer because that's what I have. Just a little flat skewer. It doesn't matter. You're just going to open it up and kind of mix it around. It's a very thick paste. There is a little bit of glitter in this, but not much. So that's why I add my own glitter. And you just want to get, a decent amount on the end of your stick. And then you're going to take your flower and you just kind of touch the ends of the petals with your snow or stick or whatever you want to call it. And I just try to, get, I don't know, a decent amount on there, whatever I want. And if you have too much on your stick, then you can just wipe some of it off in the container and come back and move it around. It will take a little while to dry, usually about 10 minutes or so. So you've got time to work with it before it starts to dry on you. Okay. And then I just kind of flip it around. I don't put it on every petal. You certainly can. I usually just pick a few to sort of spread it out on. Okay. So I've got that going now and it looks pretty good. Maybe just put a little there. Okay, so it looks like snow now, but I want mine to be really glittery. So I'm going to get my glitter out. And this particular glitter has like a pour spout. Let me get that set up. Okay, I just took the lid off. The pour spout wasn't working. Okay, so I'm going to just take my flower, hold it over my coffee filter, and I'm going to pour the glitter on top of the flower pretty generously. The coffee filter is going to catch whatever the flower doesn't use. Right? So I'm putting a lot on there. You can see that's a ton of glitter. And then I'm just going to shake it off. Okay. I'm going to flip it over and kind of hit it a couple times and shake off the excess glitter. Okay. And then there you have your glittery snowy rose. I think it's so pretty. And when it dries, it looks like real snow on there. And it's like perfect for winter flowers. So I think that is so pretty. And then the great thing about the coffee filter is when you're done, you can just fold it and pour the glitter back into the container without making a huge mess and getting glitter all over your workspace. And then you don't lose any of the glitter. And then, you can use the coffee filter for something else, or when you're done with it, throw it away. Okay, so that is my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. These flowers are super fun to create and very quick and easy as well. And you can create them in any color you want. Again, I'm going to leave the link for the die in the description box below, as well as coupon codes and influencer links and all of that good stuff. This die was $2.79 on Temu, and you cannot beat that price. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I love to read what you guys have to say. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye.